Welcome. The 30K revenue roadmap. How to work on creating your revenue rhythm based on the strategies and the solutions that I want to share with you. This is what we are going to talk about today as part of our Ideas to Income experience. Alrighty, I think we are good to go to jump into today's session. So welcome, whether you are watching me live and or on the replay side, let's jump in. So my goal, the agenda, is to talk about my 30K revenue roadmap. This is essentially the things that I do to generate revenue, literally getting paid on my porch, okay? How do I pay my mortgage on my porch? That is what we are going to talk about today. Real numbers from my personal real ecosystem. No viral movement required. One idea that can multiply for you, because what I want you to do is learn how to create and multiply your amazing. This is now. The reality is that here in the States, possibly where you are across the globe, bills are up, sales feel slower. Content alone is not enough. What you need is what I call a revenue rhythm. And I've been doing this for 20 plus years, y'all. I've seen different economic situations, different things politically. You know, one day we're up, next day we're down, everything is up and around, right? All the things. Being able to create something sustainable is what I've learned how to do, like consistently generating revenue. I quit my job when I was just a few months pregnant. I was like 24. I'm about to be 46. And I have been working as a work-at-home mama ever since. So what I wanted to do, hey, Lavon, hey, Monique, I see y'all coming on in here, is work through sharing some really important strategies with you that you can apply to what it is that you're trying to accomplish, okay? So that you can weather any economic situation and essentially recession-proof yourself, right? Now, let's start this conversation off with my revenue snapshot, okay? Now, looking at the recent and recurring revenue that I have, that is a little over 30K in sales. Okay, and so essentially what I did was I sat down with my AI council and I said, listen, y'all, here is the revenue that's coming in. This is what recently came in. This is what's recurring revenue. And they broke the numbers all the way down for me, right? So sitting on my porch on a daily basis, I've been able to create a space where I'm generating revenue from value over viral. And when I say that, I mean that a lot of times when I post online, folks be like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, because I am not dependent on social media. I am not dependent on paid ads. I am not dependent on being seen on the social scene to consistently generate revenue. And that's something that it's important that I want to say that to you, because a lot of people are trying to figure out how to crack the algorithm, how to feed the beast, how to get those paid ads to pay you back so that you get an ROI, return on your investment. And I'm not saying that those things don't help, because they absolutely do. There are a lot of people out there making crazy revenue, whether it be through going viral or putting money into ads. However, the vast majority of people struggle to do that, right? Let's just keep it real. The vast majority of people don't have time to become content influencers, addicted to or trapped into having to post 3, 4, 50, 11 times a day. I literally recently saw a video with Gary Vee, and he was telling somebody they need to post like 100 videos a week. It's like, seriously? Like, you can do that. You're Gary Vee. Not me. Not I, says the cat, right? Just keeping it real. And so, yes, we do want to create a space where you're showing up and you're being visible, but you don't want to find yourself breaking down your nervous system trying to go viral, right? And so for me, the heart of what I do quietly in the background is on my porch, work on creating valuable experiences and delivering valuable content to customers who come back to me, and they bring their friends to me too, because that matters when it comes to creating a simple, sustainable digital business, okay? And so I want to be able to first and foremost break this snapshot down for you and then create a space, hey, Karen, welcome, where you're able to apply these strategies to what it is that you're trying to accomplish, okay? So let's keep on breaking down this revenue snapshot. What this really is, like I said, because, again, I don't have time to be on these internet streets every day, okay? This is not one magic funnel. This is not one big giant launch. I was actually talking to one of the ladies in my entrepreneurial circle a few months ago, and I said to her, I don't do traditional big launches. And she's like, wait, what? Because that's her thing. Like, big launches is her thing. And it's like, I've never done, like, one of those big, 6-month, 5-month launches. I've never done that. You know what I mean? And she was floored. And she's like, you make consistent revenue and you don't do these big launches? Like, no, right? And people are often floored by the fact that I don't do paid ads. Like, okay, wait. In the year our Lord, 2026, like, what the hell are you doing? How exactly do you reach people? How do you get customers on these internet streets? What have you done, right? No one magic funnel, no one giant launch, not random content creation, but a connected customer journey is essentially the heart of what I do, okay? And I'm going to, again, continue as we go through today's session to break this all the way down for you as best as I can, okay? So revenue sources, what exactly brings revenue in for me, okay? Number one, my digital products. I wouldn't say, and I'm being honest, my digital products are not my primary income stream, but they are a part of my income stream, right? Selling digital products and strategically creating bundles creates a good amount of revenue for me, okay? Now, the key is going deeper beyond one income stream, right? So when I started, I was selling individual products, and then I was like, okay, these $7 ebooks ain't cutting it for me. So I created what I call my Black Business Starter Kit, and I sold it for $100. That was like my first $100 offer, right? Being able to take things that I was selling at smaller price points and put them into value-rich bundles definitely helped me to make more and sell less, right? Because you need less of a higher price offer to get your revenue goals accomplished, right? And then I did the thing I thought I would never do, which was to lean into private sessions and diversified projects. So what does that mean? Number one, I was scared. Your girl was scared. I don't want to talk to nobody on the phone. No, I don't talk to people. I'm not a coach. And I remember Rochelle was like, listen, Rochelle, one of my business partners back in the day, said, hey, if they want to talk to you, you're going to have to get on the damn phone. And I was like, no, I don't do phones. I just sit here and I type and I help you in the back end, right? Like back in the day, people were like, you're a real person. Like, we never see you, right? But literally creating a space where I started to do one-on-one private sessions, consultations, changed my business, and I've been doing that ever since. And not just that, I would do one-and-done projects. Like back in the day, all I was doing just was like websites. And, okay, you want a website? I build it. Okay, thank you, bye. Next, right? Where I then learned that there were people who, once they got to me, they like suction cup latched onto me. And they were like, wait, where you going? Where you think you're going? No. I know they were done with this web project, but I need this and this and this and this and this. And I, at the time, and this is me back in the day, I was like thinking, I'm done with this one, on to the next one, when really there's like one person, two people, three people, a group of people who want me to go deeper with them. Okay, beyond the website, I need graphics. I need an email sequence. I need a digital product. I need you to help me with my packaging, my messaging. I need you to help me get up and do what I need to do. You can motivate me to Red Bull move myself forward, right? Forget Red Bull. You are the one that's giving me wings. I need to get on the phone with you, talk to you, get clear, and move to the next thing, right? These were not things that I was doing. They were not. I was looking at things from one tunnel vision way, and then the more I opened my eyes to other possibilities, the more my profit potential exponentially grew. And that's the first thing that I fundamentally want to talk about with you. Do you have blinders on to how you can make more just doing what you already do? Maximize, multiply your revenue, right? Now, I always tell you guys that I am first generation Jamaican. My family is from Jamaica, right? Jamaica. And I always tell y'all the joke of living single, that family, the Jamaican family that has 15 jobs, right? And they are doing 15 things. I don't need 15 jobs. I just need to diversify the one thing that I'm doing. So literally, like back in the day, because I went to Brooklyn Technical High School, I remember when I became the, junior and then senior editor of the paper. I was laying out our school newspaper, and then I also was a contributor to Horizons, which was our literary magazine, right? I love to write. I love to design. That's what I get paid to do, y'all. Like literally, I get paid to lay things out, design things. I did like a summer at Cornell University when I was in high school transitioning to college. When I was in Cornell doing that program, what was LaShonda doing? Layout and design. I went through Columbia. And what was I doing when I went to Columbia? I went to Inroads, which is a program that puts inner city students into Fortune 500 companies. I was working at IBM. I was programming. I was doing the things that I love to do. What did I love to do? Sit in front of a computer, right? And then I learned how to monetize those skills and diversify them. I need you to do that. I love that my girl Yvonne is in the building, because one of the things that she has learned how to exponentially do is lean into her zone of genius, right? Number one, offering self-care to clients. Number one, creating tools and solutions beyond physical products, right? Because she went from just having her amazing self-care physical products, T-shirts and things, to going into publishing books, to then saying, hey, I'm going to do some virtual experience with you all, to then saying, hey, I've got all this self-care content. I'm going to help y'all get your done for you stuff done. Like self-care professionals, I'm going to help you get your book done. I do this for myself with my eyes closed. I can help you because you're in the self-care industry like me, right? Taking that one skill set and just like tunneling down into diversifying the offers you offer to the same people versus offers you offer to people who are kind of like in that same space, but they want something different. So like right now, I have one client who, we just knocked out an ebook web app. I have another client where, I'm physically laying out her book, right? I have another client where she's like, LaShonda, this is what I want, and we're sit down and we're doing a build session so that we can put her gratitude journal together. 3 different people, the same skill set, me helping them with their digital self-publishing project, right? You diversify your revenue when you get smarter about who you are working with within that same wheelhouse. So I sell my digital products, but I not just sell them individually, also in bundles. I have private sessions with groups, but then I have private sessions with individuals. Some people pay me one-off for a session. I literally just had someone pay me for 3 30-minute sessions, right? Whereas I have people, I see my girl Karen in the building. Listen, Wednesday, it's me and Karen, baby, okay? Whether it be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, we do what we need to do. Intentionally. And if it ain't every Wednesday, it's every other Wednesday, right? Cynthia, I got to tell you, God bless, for the last, maybe 2.5, 3 years, faithfully, every Wednesday, unless she got a cold or I got a sniffle, we on that call. Like, private sessions that are one-off but ongoing, whether they be packages or programs, and not just those private sessions, but projects, working on very specific projects with clients. Beyond saying just let me build you the website, all right, bye, see you later. What are the other project types that you need? I remember one of my business besties, Jay Stone, we've worked together on so many different levels over the years, connected me to two women who she was working with, the matchmaking duo. You probably have seen them. They've been on reality TV, matchmaking and doing all the things. And when they came to me, I worked on several things for them, updating their websites when they were going to events. I was doing their step and repeat boards. I was designing their table graphics, their flyers. Like, there were just so many different projects. They were like, okay, LaShonda, we're going here. We need this now, or we need you to update these pages on the website. And I was doing that for them because that's what they needed me for at the time, right? Whereas other people are like, okay, I need you to sit down, hold my hand, teach me how to do this. I went to the class, but I'm lost. I need you to just privately show me how to put these pieces together, right? So payment plans and subscriptions. I put pay plans only because it's easier to fit it, so it wouldn't go too far off and get blocked behind the cute little graphics that I've built here. By the way, these photos are not real photos. AI generated all this, baby, and we'll talk about the good in a little bit. But I say that to say, there were two things that I locked into out of anxiety when I was in my earlier years. Number one, I can't charge a lot because if I can't afford it, they can afford it. And baby, that was such a lie, right? Even people who, quote unquote, on paper don't look like they can afford it will find the money for what they need, okay? And so going from low ticket to significantly higher ticket definitely created a space where I was able to create sustainable income for myself, number one. And then number two, going, man, I have to do something that's lower budget and affordable because the bigger thing is just too much. But guess what? People nowadays don't just pay $30 for a phone. Remember back in the day, you go to the store, you buy your little rotary phone for $39.99, and you might even get two. You might even get two rotary phones, one for the bedroom, one for the living room, for like $39.99. Nowadays, we are selling out damn near $1,500 for a phone, but on the surface, they're like, all you got to do is pay $20 a month, right? Why? Payment plans, ongoing subscription programs. These are the things that create a space where whether I go on social media or not, I'm generating consistent revenue through the payment plans, the recurring revenue models that I've integrated into my business, right? You have to think about, are you a one and done OTO kind of a person? OTO means one-time offers. Is everything that you're selling a one-time offer so that once it's done, right? Or is it I sound like a car, right? I don't know where that came from. But, y'all, the outside is outsiding for me. Getting paid on my porch means I have to sit on the porch and deal with the allergies, right? But you have to think about for yourself if you have a balance between one-time offers and recurring revenue offers that help you create a sustainable business, right? Guys, you should have at least 4 to 5 figures coming in on consistent revenue because that's what all the people are doing. I'm just being honest, It's funny. I was watching something as I talked about my Jamaican roots. I was watching something with the artist Buju Banton, and the person who was interviewing him was saying, they've said that you've outsold Bob Marley in record sales, right? And he was like, back in the day, I had this. He was talking about a record, and, things would physically be sold as a record, and then you have cassette tapes, and then you have CDs. And he's like, nowadays, I music is in the cloud. What is the cloud? And I'm sitting there laughing because I pay on subscription Hulu, Netflix, Prime, all of them, so I can sit and watch King of the Hill. If there's anything I watch consistently every day, it's King of the Hill. I'm paying for the ability to have thousands of streaming videos at my fingertips. What is that one that I don't even watch, but I have it? Peacock, Paramount. And really and truly, there's just a handful, if not one, show that I watch consistently, religiously, right? And music. I used to just have, my CDs or, the MP3s, let alone physical cassettes and things, right? Now I'm paying, $19.99 for Apple Music and every now and again I might get an itch and turn it on, but I'm paying for something through subscription, right? That's convenient. I can access the things when I want to access them, but it's no longer a one and done. It's no longer, well, I bought that CD, I bought that cassette, I have it, I'll listen to it, or I'm going to just go on the radio and listen to stuff for free. Baby, it is a subscription, and we're used to it, right? Do we love it? Maybe, maybe not, but we are definitely connected to those subscriptions that we do value. I do my little workouts, and I use my Oculus, and one of the subscriptions I have on that is called Supernatural, so I can put the Oculus on, and I can do my little exercises, and I'm moving from side to side. There are certain things that just make me happy, and I want to make sure that I can watch my King of the Hill, and I can do my Supernatural. Those are on subscriptions. What are the things that you're creating for people that make them happy, right? I remember one of the times one of my clients was like, I haven't seen LaShonda in a day or two. She's like, I need my LaShonda fix. Where is the LaShonda fix, right? Or like I said, I love that Karen's in the building because when we did the Build-A-thon this weekend, she was like, oh, yes, the prompts. Like, the prompts put a smile on Karen's face, right? And I love it. And I want you to create a space where whether you feel like you're reaching a large audience or not, you have revenue sources that are working for you, and ideally, they're absolutely working for your people too. You have your own micro system, right? I was just sitting on the porch and looking out, right, because I was videoing a bunny, and it's funny because when the bunnies see me, they stop. Like, for some reason, they think, are you looking at me, looking at you, looking at me? Like, you can't see me. Like, if they stop, you can't see them. But I was, like, videoing it for a good 3 minutes. It wouldn't move, though. So I was like, I'm going to stop videoing you so you can move. But then I kind of drifted to the tree. There's a big tree between me and my neighbor's house, and I'm looking at it and thinking to myself, like Avatar style, there's a whole world in that tree, right? The bush in front of my fence, there's a whole world in that bush. Like all the animals, all the living creatures in that one ecosystem. And if you think about it, I have my whole little world, right? My family, my friends, my clients, my own little world. And you want to think about what are you putting into that world that works for you, right? That works for you consistently. So when it comes to revenue sources, my digital products that I then turn into bundles, private sessions and projects that I do to diversify working with the same people in multiple ways, payment plans versus subscriptions, right? So that I'm not just selling low ticket but high ticket, but making the high ticket affordable because I'm breaking it down into manageable payments for my clients and customers. And then last but not least, when it comes to revenue sources, partners, events, and follow-up, right? So I saw like a day or two ago, it was like, oh, Lovable commissions. I've been working in the Lovable app for myself, and then I've also been helping my clients start to build on Lovable as well. And for those clients who are paying monthly on Lovable, when they pay, I get a revenue commission from that, right, if they sign up through me, number one. Number two, I had Partner Stack say, hey, here's your commissions for Kit. Kit is a platform that I use for my email list building, and I had some commissions come in through that. I had Amazon send me an email, your Amazon payments are ready. Are those affiliate partner revenue streams a big piece of my income? No, because I don't push that, right? But it's there. It's a part of the ecosystem. It's a part of the 30K plus revenue, right? The biggest pieces for me are going to be those private sessions and projects that I work on with clients, those payment plans and subscriptions, those digital product bundles, and then the icing on the cake is when I do events, whether they be virtual or in person, when I'm getting ongoing affiliate partner revenue and follow-ups too, like circling back. Some of y'all are not doing that enough. When you have conversations with clients, I need you to, somebody write this down. No doesn't mean never. It means not right now. Sometimes things don't happen. The person says no or the universe says no, and they kind of ghost you and nothing happens. Nothing will continue to happen if you don't circle back. Many times, because I follow up either with that individual or I just send out a broad email and the person is reminded of the offer, revenue comes through the follow-up, the intention of making sure that my clients and customers are always aware that I'm there, right? I've had several people. One of my favorite clients, JM, I've worked with him for years through so many different projects. Right now I'm helping him with updates to his wife's website. She's a doctor in Atlanta, and so whenever he needs stuff on her website, he's like, LaShonda, I need you to update. We started working together because he's an author, and I helped him build his website in the 2000s back in the day. Working on websites, graphics, and things for him. And then he connected me to the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce in Atlanta, and I did projects for them. And then they connected me to several artists in Atlanta, and I did projects. I mean, it just is a universe that grows when you really lean into supporting people with value. You don't have to fixate on viral. Oh, I got to figure out how to create 11 social media pieces of content if you create an ecosystem that works for you. And I think about things like Tinkerbell and Fern Gully and Avatar. If you could imagine those movies and the beautiful scenery, I just look at that and think about, that tree in front of my porch and how we all have the ability in plain sight, right? Because people just see you. They don't know behind the scenes what's going on in your world, good or bad, right? But at the end of the day, you can create your own beautiful revenue rhythm, your own ecosystem where you're serving people and you're making a difference and you're creating a space that works for you and them too. What are your revenue sources? My revenue rhythm is, as I said, I would say there are different things, but the core things are recurring revenue baseline, locked payment plans that there are clients who pay certain amounts on a month-by-month basis, digital products, live build sessions, and a customer journey. So let's lean into this revenue rhythm a little bit more because, number one, I did explain the different recurring revenue models that I have, whether they are ongoing programs, subscriptions, or high-ticket offers that are broken up into payment plans. Number two, I talked about digital products, and over the years, I learned how to bundle them strategically, so I'm not just selling them individually as low-ticket digital products, but high-ticket digital offers, right? And for me, I have to be honest with you, one of the things that work really well for me, like literally this weekend included, live experiences where people can come out and build and create with me and or see what I and my community are building real time and then want to do the thing too. It's just a way to bring in revenue. I had several clients who are already in my programs participate in my Ideas to Income Build-a-thon that I did Saturday and Sunday. That was this weekend because now today's Monday, right? And those clients who participated that are already in my ecosystem, wonderful, because that's what it's there for, me to create those experiences for them. And then at the same time, I had people who were in my larger community who follow me on social media or get my emails, and they joined in as well. Several of them signed up to Ideas to Income and or my best year everything bundle, and they purchased those because I was checking in. posting on social media and or my email saying, hey, I'm going to do a training today. You can join. And then they got in the training and was like, oh, okay, I see that you're building things. I want to build things too. Okay, well, go here, sign up so that you can get access to the prompts and tools that we're using right now to build. Well, how do you get people to pay you? I create experiences where they can see what I'm doing, and if they want to purchase the things that I've created to help them build, they can. Live sessions, right? And I don't simply just do the traditional webinar, right? Because my webinars are different. Okay, let me ask you, those of you who are here, do you know the traditional sales webinar? You get on and they say, okay, today I'm going to show you how to ... right? Then they tell you their story and how they were struggling and things were going wrong. And then they show you how they've done all of these wonderful things. And then they spend like 10 minutes teaching you something. And then they spend 20 minutes showing you case studies of their people. And this person was here, and then she did this. And then this couple was here, and then they did that. And then they hit you with the, here's my program, pay me $3,000. Like, that is the equation for every free webinar that's out there. And I know it because I've seen it, and I've been able to integrate that formula, but it's not something that I do. Most of the times when I lean into, listen, I'm about the meat and potatoes. Today we're going to write a book. Today we're going to create an app. Today we're going to build an automated email sequence. Today we're going to create an audio series. And I do a training where I'm walking you through exactly what you need to do, right? I've learned something, and I teach clients that you can do the following. When it comes to sales, right, you tell the what and you sell the how. I don't mind if you come on and watch me for free $99 because I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. And if you want to go forth and do it by yourself, that's fine. If you want to do it how I do it, pay me for it. I can tell you the how when you get the prompts and the tools and and you can do the how with me. And I'll just up front say, this is what you need. There are a lot of people who do that. I call that getting paid with free. It's a different type of webinar, but it works. And yeah, the other one works. It works at scale, especially because, and here's the difference. This is the difference. The other style webinar, when done correctly, doesn't feel so salesy. I'm not going to just knock it completely because it is a framework to creating a webinar. When you start off, you introduce yourself and, you hit hit the heartstrings and you do the pain points, and then you genuinely give people some valuable introductory information, hopefully not all surface level, and then you genuinely talk about real people you've helped in the transformations. There is a real, genuine, authentic way to do that, right? But here's the thing about that. That formula works at volume. When you're doing live webinars and you've got 50, 100, and hell, 1,000 people watching you. But let me tell you something. I am an organic marketer. I am a spiritual entrepreneur. And I would tell you where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, amen, I am able to convert. And I always tell y'all, if you ain't converting, I know you hurting. There are situations, there are times when it is me, my Lord, and one other person in the room. I kid you not. I can do, and I have done trainings where I've had 100+ people in the room. I've had 1 person in the room. I have 5 persons in the room, and I will convert somebody. Because the build sessions are different. From the beginning to the end, you're not just hearing me talk, you're seeing me do the walk. You're seeing me do the work and the walk. And then going, wait, I want to be there, right? I want to do that. It's a different type of webinar. So live build sessions where we're creating in real time, and I'm sharing the tools, I'm showing the tools, I'm even giving you samples of the tools. Because sometimes I'll give people sample size of the paid stuff just for them to get a taste of it, and if they really like it, they'll upgrade and purchase more. That's also something that I'll do. Having a clear customer journey, too, always, always, always matters, where it's not just a matter of, let me try to sell this thing that I have in front of them right now. I want to think about where I want this person to be in my ecosystem 6 months from now, 2 years from now, and create a series of offers and experiences that can support them along the way, so that I am not simply trying to find a new person, but I am leaning into creating bestie forever friend relationships with the people who are in my ecosystem. Those of you who know me know that you've probably been with me ride or die for 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 years and beyond, because that is how I've created a sustainable business. And the recent 30K, right, from recent revenue plus recurring revenue too, comes from this. Doesn't come from me trying to figure out how to be on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube every single day. Because I just, like, again, I don't know if you heard me say this, if you're just coming on in here. You know, I won't look for it. But about a week ago, I saw this video with Gary Vee talking to this kid, and he was like, yeah, I need to see you posting 100 videos a week. And I'm like, come on, man. That's something that idealistically we could all shoot for if we had the magic sauce and the person walking around us like you, documenting every damn thing that we do. But who has time for that shit? I know I don't. Excuse my French. Who has time for that, right? While I'm sitting here quietly sitting on my porch working with clients and doing what I need to do, right? Multiply it, yes. Everybody wants to multiply at scale and have huge visibility and all the things, myself included, but that doesn't take away from the vast majority can't get there at all or quickly. And the reality of me being able to pay my mortgage and sustain what I have comes through the real, regular, daily things that I do from this revenue rhythm, right? Now, I want you to think about that. Do you have a recurring baseline? Do you have payment plans? Do you have digital products that sell for you, right? Of course, physical products, too, if you can manage balancing the two. Are you creating experiences where, whether it be in person or virtually, you are building things, you're showing people what you're doing, that you have concepts that actually can be applied to real life, real world situations? Do you have customer journeys where you are taking people through a series of offers, packages, experiences that they can get only through you? Do you have, or do you need to create a revenue rhythm? Okay? These are things I want you to think about. Hey, Monique. Monique says, I always remember tell the what and tell the how strategy that you use. You've been using that for years. Yes, introduced it to us years ago. Absolutely. So it's like, I love that you're here, right? Because I believe in pudding. The proof is in the pudding. And I'm not telling y'all something that I like, ooh, that sounds good. I heard this in a book 3 days ago. Nah, this is some OG stuff. This is like, you know, the stuff that if it ain't, what did it say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It just works, right? The Position to Profit system, right? One of my oldest ebooks is called Position to Profit. I show up consistently. Baby, if it's 2 or 3 in the room, I will be in the room. I don't go, oh, well, it doesn't matter. It does matter, because you know what? Every single person in that room matters. If it's just me, God, and LaVon in the room, that matters. We are going to pray, and we are going to put together, and we are going to create amazing, right? Every single person who comes and shows up matters because they invested, right? And then I have clients, and they say to me, LaShonda, Donia's in the UK. She's like, girl, you know, sometimes I can't be on these calls because I think it's like 4 hours ahead or whatever, and I'm doing a call at 7 p.m., and it's like 11, 12 o'clock. She's like, but I watch the replays. I just need you to know I watch the replays, right? I had Coretta email me a few days ago. She was like, I missed the call, you know, but can I get, where are the replays, right? I think last week Elizabeth said to me, I was determined this Grow Week, because every month I have Grow Week, and every day I do a live training for 1 week. Just like I was determined, I made it, right? And this weekend, Karen was the first one on the call. She was like, oh, my gosh, I'm so happy that I could be on a weekend call. I know that even when you guys aren't there, you're there in spirit. I'm doing it for you because it matters. I remember when I did this beautiful retreat in Virginia in Kings Mill, right? And I was like, okay, I'm going to have like 4 or 6 women or something like that. And as it turns out, I only ended up having 2 women. And one of the ladies, Lynette, to this day, she says, Ashonda, you know, so much was going on. I was trying to figure out how to get to you. And I knew I had to get to you because you made me cry. You said, I did this for you. I could have been like, cancel. You know, I only got 2 people. I was trying to get like 6 to 8 people. It canceled. No, I did. I showed up. I'll do that. I'll be in, you know, it cost me damn near like $2,000 if I'm doing like a resort suite or something. And it's okay. It's 2, 3. I'm showing up for you, right? Because you also have to think about it as I'm not charging $2 for my experiences. Sometimes it feels like it's practically free because I don't charge as much as many, right? But still, whatever it is I'm charging, for that person, that was an investment. And the problem with a lot of people is they just see people as dollar signs. And they go, well, I didn't make enough dollar signs, so screw it. I'm just can't cancel everything, right? You know what I mean? And it's like, I know that whether you show up or not, me showing up a lot means something. And so when you're ready, I'm already in the loop. I'm already doing what I need to do. It also creates a habit, a pattern for you, right? And I always tell you guys, I love this example. Forever, I told you know, I'm like your forever friend, right? I think about my forever president, and I have many books. I need to give y'all this one book I have. It's like a collection of photos. And one of them, his feet are up on a table, and you can see the hole in his shoe. Like, literally, the hole at the bottom of his shoe. Because Obama was pounding that pavement during, you know, the election season. Because folks were like, who is this dude? Like, seriously, we all were like, who is this man? Where did he come from? Right? He was showing up and doing Martin Luther King-style speeches in rooms where there were like 3 old people and some stale coffee. And then now we think of him as one of the greatest orators of all time. Before I see myself in a virtual room of 5,000 people, I have to be fine and be amazing in a room of 3 people. And it don't matter which room, I'm going to give everything I got. Because, see, the value matters a lot. Sometimes people go, I don't know why I'm not getting anybody or enough people. You know, if you give people the right value, they're never going to leave you. You know, you can outperform AI, and you can outperform people with millions of followers if you focus on that value and that genuine love and consistency. I can't show you how to do that. You have to have that. I show up. I invite people to my trainings. I make real offers, and I follow up with people. One of my clients, she said to me, listen, LaShonda, I was going through a whole lot of stuff, and you know how I think about you versus other people? You were the only person who remembered that I said this, that, and the third that I was going through. Like, I don't even know how you remember that stuff. Like, it was a while ago that I checked in with you, and you checked in with me to see how I was doing. One of the few people who did that. One of my clients out of the States, I have a few clients who's out of the States, and she's going through a lot. Like, she's an amazing single mom. She's got 3 young boys. And I said, listen, I don't want us to do anything right now but just get on the phone and create a plan, because I haven't seen you doing anything in a while. What we need to just check in, talk. If it's just to talk for an hour, let's just talk. Check in and figure it out and move forward. And that's what we did. And I didn't charge her for it. I didn't need to charge her for it. I wanted to find out what was going on because I didn't hear from her. I wanted to make sure she was okay. Sometimes y'all be like in the back of my in the back of my mind. Or I'll get on the phone and folks be like, well, I don't know if you remember. Yes, I do. I love elephants. And my mama always tell me an elephant never forgets. I don't forget nothing. Sometimes I remember your stuff better than you remember your stuff because that is my job. But not only that, it is my passion. It is my gift. You are a gift. You are gifted. You have gifts to give. So I need you to give yourself the grace and the space to get out there and give them all you got. Whether it's one person or 5 people or 5 million people, everything you give matters a lot. There's a quote, and I wish I could tell you to it exactly the way it's said, but it's like something to the effect of, you may not be able to change the lives of everybody in the world, but if you change, like, the life of one person, that's their whole world. Something along those lines, and I'm sure ChatGPT can find it for me. and that's how I see it, right? Being able to position yourself for profit doesn't just mean strategically looking at the dollars and making the dollars make sense, because, yes, that matters, but it also matters how you show up and serve the people you say you're called to serve. I'm going to tell you right now, I was tired. Tired. I was like, girl, I don't think you could do Grow Week this week because you got a lot going on right now. I was like, maybe you could do it next week. I was like, I can't do it next week because I have the in-person event on Saturday and Sunday, and I have to do virtuals on Saturday and Sunday. They can't overlap. I was like, I can't do it the following week because then that's the end of the month. You're going to have to show up. Your girl showed up. You wouldn't know that last week I was like, probably going to have to cancel this Grow Week or push it back. This is a lot. My kid's about to go to college. This is a lot. I was dealing with a whole bunch of other stuff, and I still showed up. Unless I told you that, you wouldn't know that, right? I went to my regular eye doctor. I also have a eye specialist because I have diabetes. I have neuropathy, right? She was like, girl, it's been a year since I've seen you because I haven't seen her. I've been going to the other doctor and getting eye injections, like $600 a month. You know what I mean? And she's like, but it's getting, it's I was like, ooh, the left eye is blurry. She's like, yeah, it's not that great. It's not that great. It's deteriorating. And that in of itself is a thing. And just trying to figure out how I can, if not completely eliminate it, it's hard, with my diabetes, slow down the neuropathy and the issue and the whatever that's going on in that eye. There's a lot that all of us are going through, but that doesn't mean I make that affect my ability to show up for you. Right? Weekly live trainings, monthly Grow Week sessions. I said, oh, girl, I was about to cancel Grow Week this month. Build-a-thon weekends, private client check-ins. These are the things that I do that make up my rhythm. What makes up yours? Like, what rhythm have you created for yourself? To not just think about what you want to do, but be the person who does the things that you want to do. You do it, and you show up in some way to create a space where you are creating your revenue rhythm. One of the things that's multipliable and repeatable is this, the $5 customer to $5K client. I can tell you this happens to me so often where someone signs up to a free training, whether they saw it on social media, they got an email from me, or somebody said, hey, you need to check out LaShonda. They get a dabble, they do the build, then they say, ooh, let me just try her out. They buy something for $5, they buy something for $50. Let me just try her out. They go, ooh, she got a monthly program. Let me just try that out, right? Oh, girl, let me just talk to you because I feel like I need to talk to you. Ooh, you got an event coming up? I'm there, whether it be live or virtual, right? These are just fundamentally things that I offer in my ecosystem, and a lot of people go through the customer journey by going through free or low-ticket experiences, purchasing a small digital product, one or two, maybe a few, and deciding that they want to join my annual program. signing up and paying either in full or doing monthly subscriptions, then deciding, hey, I want to talk to you privately, whether it be once or twice, or getting a package of calls, then working with me through services, different projects, live events. It's an experience that is repeatable. It's the heart of what I do. Now, your business doesn't have to be an exact duplicate of mine. It has to be where you're creating a revenue rhythm that can work for you, right? I see y'all saying yes, facts. I love it. I love it. Content is not the goal. I love this conversation that you can turn content into cash flow, but it's not the immediate goal. Content should create movement. So you're creating content that moves people and moves people. You understand what I'm saying? It emotionally moves them, but it also moves them, right? And then you got to think about, and this is another one that I love, you either change the people around you or change the people around you. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not changing them, then change them. Because if it's feast or famine and folks ain't feeding and you ain't in the right rooms that you need to be in, you need to create the right rooms and then get some people to go in there and so they can hang out with you. Content is not the goal. Content should create movement. The movement builds trust. The trust leads them somewhere. And the path, that is where the cash flow comes from, the content, because content is not the end goal, right? Lord, so many people, oh, girl, I need to figure out, I need AI to make me like 1,000 images like yesterday, girl. What do you want, soulless content? Do you want what they call it, AI slop? Or do you want something that feels like you? I said to y'all a couple of minutes ago, if you're looking at my slides, I'm going to show you this once we get to the top of the hour, which is just now. We can build some brand photos together if you like. These are photos of me and my little friend, but these are not real photos. AI created these for me, but they don't look like AI photos. They look like real photos. This is me actually in a green shirt and a sweater that I have. This is a real, that's my favorite. I've worn that necklace for so many years. I can't find it, y'all. It's somewhere in my house, and I'm like, please turn up. I've had this necklace for like well over 10 years. That's my little Printerman, right? Only thing AI did, which was off, is that they put a collar. That's not her collar. She's got a pink collar with a heart on it, and she don't wear it unless we go out, and I need her to have all her, like, rabies and shots and things. I don't like having a collar around her neck. I like her to be free and comfortable. But anyway, creating images that are personable and feel like you, the nuance of that, the sauce of that, right, is something that you learn how to do so that everything that you put out is genuine, it's authentic, it's you, right? Content is not the goal. The breakthrough bridge is the goal. Having a bridge, right, that takes people where you need them to go. AI is not the goal. The assets are not the goal. The content is not the goal. The cash flow is the end goal if you want this to be more than a hobby, but an actual business. It is not the only goal when it comes to creating a space where you're living in your truth and you're doing what you love and you're helping people, but from the perspective of having a sustainable business, as a healthy business, it needs to have a cash flow stream. And in order to do that, you need to have a clear bridge that takes people from experiences for free, small, low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket, the journey. Now, one idea. That's what we're going to work on. The one big idea. We spent this weekend going through what I call the personalized plan. Hopefully you have it, but if you don't have it, you're going to grab it. You're going to grab it in a few minutes. And those of you who didn't get it, you're going to get it in a few minutes, because this personalized plan will help you identify one big idea. so that you can turn it into posts, lead magnets, ebooks, paid offers, and more. So that you're not in a space where you feel like you're spinning your wheels because you got 50 opened projects, but cohesive assets that make sense together. Because I'm tired of seeing y'all with 50 different projects going, ooh, girl, I know you think I'm crazy. I know you think I'm all over the place. No, because those are pieces of a puzzle. You just don't know how to put the pieces together in a way that makes sense. The personalized path plan will help you make it make sense. So, build together. My favorite word, build. I want us to get better at building better together. So what we're going to do is go right into the prompts that I've created for you so that we can work on you finding your big idea, creating usable assets, brand photos, ebooks, and turning that content into cash flow so that you have a way to sustainably grow. Those of you who have the prompts, amazing, because I have some more good prompts for you. Those of you who haven't started, the process will begin with me so that you can at least get from A to B. Okay? I can't get you from A to Z tonight, but we can go from A to B. Okay? So, because we got some good goods to do today. Okay? So, we are going to work on building. But before I do, I'm going to leave these questions at your feet for you. Okay? When it comes to this 30K revenue roadmap conversation, do you need to create a roadmap? Yes? Let me know. Yes? No? Do you need to create your own revenue roadmap? If that's the case, you got to lean into asking yourself, what are you selling now? What can people buy next? What can become recurring? What needs a follow-up sequence? These are some key questions that lean into the revenue sources and rhythms that I shared with you that led to my recent 30K, including recurrent revenue breakdown that I've broken down with you. Okay? The logistics of what I sold and how I sell it, this is it. It's kind of like when people go, oh my gosh, I got to figure out the magic to losing weight. Okay, eat better, exercise. But no. There's this pill, and then there's this exercise machine, and there's this thing that the ladies are putting around their waist. Listen to me. Eat better and exercise. At the end of the day, a lot of this stuff, when you strip it away, strip all the complexities away, it's simpler than it actually seems. It's just that for a lot of people, the simple is hard because in their dreams, there's a magic, shiny thing that will make everything easy. The hard thing is doing the simple things consistently. Ain't that the truth? The simple, monotonous, boring things that bring in the results, the transformations, and the real good versus the feel goods. The real goods versus the feel goods, as I like to say. So we are 5 minutes right into the top of the hour. Let's do it. Let's go over to a few things that I want to share with. There are 2 things that I can share with you, okay? The first is over at sistersense.com/big, okay? If you go there, you'll be able to see the Ideas to Income page where you can watch one replay while it's available, and you can learn more about the whole concept of turning your ideas into income. It was a 2-day training, and now today makes day 3. So those of you who are in my academy have access to all the days. For those of you who missed the Ideas to Income 3-day, or rather 2-day build-a-thon, you can at least watch day 1, number 1. Number 2, I am giving you an introduction to the 30K revenue roadmap, and we're doing a build session now. And I'm going to show you how I did some of these brand photos as well. This one I did today. I'm really excited about showing you this one. I like this one. Do you like that one? I like that one. I did that one today, right? And so the goal is that inside of the Ideas to Income experience, you can create content like articles, illustrations, web apps, challenges, ebooks, lead magnets, videos, all the things. But you're not just creating content for the sake of it. The first part of today was to understand the meaningful flow that goes into turning the content into cash flow, right? How I do it and how you can do it too. Now, there are two ways for you to get access to Ideas to Income, right? If you're not in my 1-year program, that's fine. If you can either get the Best Year Ever bundle or Ideas to Income by itself to access all the prompts, because right now there are over 50 of them. It started off with like 30, and now there's like over 50. Now, one of the things that you can see here is there are a lot of content types that you can build: posts, reels, thumbnails, articles, series, threads, meaningful messages, stories, infographics, slides, mini courses. There are lots of prompts in here for you. Reflection content, quizzes, diagnostics, challenges, low-ticket offers, email sequences. And literally, from this page, you can identify the things that maybe you want to do when it comes to creating intentional content that you're not just creating for the sake of it, but creating so that you can have a cohesive ecosystem of materials, of assets that give people a really good sense of who you are, what you offer, and why they should be in a space where they care about those things. Okay? So if you want to experience Ideas to Income, the first step is to create a personalized path plan. The full prompt is inside the Ideas to Income hub, but if you don't have that, you can start off with this right here. Okay? You can copy that, especially if you missed the 2-day. The replays, like I said, everything, the replays, the prompts, all the goodies are inside the hub. But even before you get there, you can try out the personalized path plan number 1. And I showed you some images that I created. I even created a starter brand portrait prompt number 2. So that gives you a sense of the kind of prompts that I've built for you. Now, my prompts, I'm going to tell you, those folks over there don't prompt like me, baby, because these are starters, okay? I have starter prompts and what I call genius prompts. This is just a tip of a touch of the full prompts, but they will give you an opportunity to do what we're doing in the community and start building, okay? So if you want to use those, feel free. Now, what I am going to do is take you actually inside of Ideas to Income so that we can work through the prompts, okay? So so there are some new things, but I'm going to get you guys acclimated, and then we're going to do some builds today, okay? First of all, the prompts page is divided into day 1 and day 2 of the 2-day, but also divided into phases. First thing that you need to do is the personalized path plan. So if you do nothing else and you're new to this experience, that is the prompt, because that's going to help you identify a digital product you can create, a target person that you want to focus on, a problem that they need support with right now, and how you can position yourself to connect to them by creating a clear promise, a clear transformation that you're going to help them with. The AI is going to help you identify out of the gate what that looks like for you. So you can use the starter prompts for the personalized path, number 1, or unlock the full experience to do the full prompt, okay? That's the first thing. The next thing is that there are several other prompts in here to further help you identify one big idea from your zone of genius that you should focus on right now. Break that idea down and even turn it into a framework, okay? A framework that you can teach and offer to others. Now, those are the foundational prompts that really give you a sense of your direction, your path, your person, their problem, your product. Every other prompt in this helps you to expand that, to multiply, right? So once you have that foundation, you can create posts and reels and stories and lists and articles and all the things that I've listed in here for you. Now, one of the things that I've recently done is to add on projects. And I'm probably going to divide this into a separate section. So right now it's in prompts, but you'll probably see a projects tab, so that you may think to yourself, and Karen, this is inspired by you, right? You may see some of these prompts and go, I see it, but I don't understand how this helps me, right? So these projects are designed to help you understand. I see they're called genius prompts, right? Maybe you want to create thumbnail images. That's a project. Or maybe you want to work on creating I call it a love it list, a list that you can share with your audience. Oh, so glad I realized I paused the recording. If you're new to Ideas to Income and you want to work on your customer journey, start with the personalized path prompt. Those of you who've been hanging out with me, what I'm going to do is mosey on over to a few other prompts that can help you work on building out your amazing. Okay? So there are 2 prompts in particular that we're going to start with and then go from there. Now, as you're here, you got 2 options. Number 1, build option. That's number 1. Build what I'm building, or start with building out your personalized path plan if you didn't do anything else. Or number 2, just watch and enjoy. Okay. So watch and enjoy or build. Those are your options for today. Okay? So let us move into 2 prompts in particular that I want to share with you. First, I'm going to start with the illustrations prompts, and then I'm going to go into building out a piece of content. So let me go over to, okay, so when I left off and we were in build mode yesterday, okay, I was in day 2, and I worked on the big idea to branded portrait, okay? So again, you need your idea. You need your personalized path. You need to do the first 3 to 5 of those prompts, at least the first 2 of those prompts before you can do the other content creation ones, okay? The stuff that I'm talking about now, I'm focusing on those of you who at least have that done, right? So yesterday when I did the brand portrait prompt, I created several images. Let's scroll up real quick so I can show you some from yesterday. If you want like a brand portrait, like, oh, I was in a photo studio and I had some pictures done, sort of a thing, that's what that prompt will help you do. I didn't realize how much I did yesterday. I'm like, where are my pictures? This must be like right here. I think they're here. Okay, here we go. So here we go. The AI helped me create some like photo studio style photos that were inspired by real photos of me, right? You know, these are real photos of me in my office. And the AI helped me create this, and I thought, wow, you know, this is great. So number 1, if you want to create branded photos of yourself, use the brand portrait one, put it in there, and then it will help you create those images, okay? That was something we worked on yesterday. I also went a step further, and I gave the AI pictures of my office. So these pictures are of my office. And I literally just went to a YouTube video, and I was like, screenshot, because I did a video. I'm sitting in my office, and I'm like, I don't need to go and sit there right now. I could just give it screenshots of me in my office. And I said, hey, listen, I need you to take the new pictures you made, put me in my office, show me like I'm doing a live stream TikTok, and it created video content for me, okay? So let's keep going. What did I do today? Went back to the illustrations prompt. And I said, now I got to scroll down because all of that was still from yesterday as well. So I want to show you a couple of things. Do you know how to animate your photos? Yes or no? Let me know because I'm about to show you how to do that real quick, real easy. So I said, listen, here's some photos. You help me make this. Yay? Yay. You help me make this because we did illustrations, and it helped me create this with my photo. And these are things we did yesterday. So yesterday's replays, the second part 2 replay from day 2, that's all of this is in there, right? I said, here's me on my porch. These are real photos of me and pretty men acting a fool in the background, okay? Here's what I want. I want me, and I want to have a photo, and I want to have text because today I'm going to do a training called 30K Revenue Roadmap, how I pay my mortgage from my porch. I want the text in there. I want the photo. I want print in there. I want me sitting on the porch with my iPad. What can you do? It created this, okay? And all I did was just basically talk out what I wanted, continuing to build from where we left off the day before. This I did in ChatGPT. You can also do something similar in Gemini because Gemini also has a photo generator connected to it, right? Now, cool, because definitely Lock, it's more polished because it pulled more so when I did my photo shoot and I had makeup on, so it's definitely more polished. But I was like, it's me, but it's not really me. Look at this picture. This is me. This is me at my event. I want her. Said, all right. I said, don't change nothing else. Just put her in the image. It did it. Okay? And once you use my prompt and get started, you can keep talking to it to make adjustments because the prompt will have a series of questions and things that you answer to then build and then continue building from that point, right? So then I said, look, this is great, but there are going to be times when I want this image. I don't want all that text. I want to probably put something else on it. Give me the same image, get rid of the text. Okay? Keep building on what you've already built. I said, listen, I love the landscape, but there are going to be times where I want this thing to be mobile, portrait style. Give me that image. I said, listen, I want this thing, but there are going to be times where I want to put it in presentations. I don't need all that stuff in the background. White background out for me. There you go. And here's the thing about this. Now, number one, the prompt is designed to walk you through so you don't have to think about these things. But to upscale your builds, I'm telling you things that I do because I'm a web designer, I'm a graphics designer, and these are things that I do when I create my content. Okay? Now, let's go further. I said, listen, I want to do a couple of things with this photo. Number one, I'm doing slides, and I want it to be a situation where I have a photo where Print and I are looking left, so it looks like we're looking at the slides. Took me, angled me slightly different. Okay? Same image, same photo, just adjusting angles and positions. And then it gave me another version that was wide scale. Now, this helps because guess what? Let's go back to the presentation. That's the image. That's the image of me looking to the left. That's the image of me looking in the front. And then when you go to the main page, That's me. Now, let's first say that there is a template. Those of you in the academy, in the template section, I have all kind of templates for y'all. And that you can search through the templates, or you can talk to me and say, hey, LaShonda, I want the template for your slides. Because my slide template, by the way, the template itself, I have a first page where there's this angled thing. So you got an angle here, color, angle here, color. Whether you keep it the same color, you switch it up. Then a photo in the back and text on the front. That's it. That's basically it. I've been using this damn slide presentation for well over 5 years. There's a photo at the top. There's text. There's a bar. There's the main text in the middle. Whether or not you want pictures on the side, baby, it's up to you. But you pretty much see this all day, every day. This is my presentation. Is there a template? Yes. Then I had AI help me to just update it today. And literally this didn't take but maybe 10 minutes, right, between getting it and then putting it into my slide deck. Okay? So just keeping that in mind, number one. Let's go back here real quick. Next thing I did, and this is where you guys are mind blown. Do you want to animate your images? Because I think I asked you guys if you animated before. Have you ever animated your images? Okay. I'm going to show you 2 ways in which I did that. The first is, like I said, this is in ChatGPT. Okay. But you can animate your videos. Nowadays, a lot of them are integrating animation, and it's pretty cool. In Gemini, I gave Gemini this picture, right? Let's go to Gemini. So first, I had to use my brand portrait prompts exclusively to make the image, right? You follow the series of questions, you tell it what you need, it makes the image, right? And again, this is an outfit that I wore at my in-person event. My next one is coming up next weekend, and then I have another one in October, right? If you want to come out, just check in, let me know. I'll tell you the details, number one. Number two, literally what I was wearing that day is what's in this photo, right? So I said, hey, I want to turn this photo into a video. And here it is. And they put a little bow and prints here. I thought that was so cute. Right? This is a 5-second video made in Gemini. I said, here's the photo, make it a video. Okay? I don't know if you guys have done videos in Gemini, but that's number one. Then, okay, I'm going to show you the cutest thing. Is it this one? There's one that I really love. I said, listen, I want us to be saying hi, okay? Look at Prince say hi. I love it. I love it. So you want to do TikToks, you want to do Reels, you can do voiceovers to this, because I do videos where you can see different scenes. So I'm excited because y'all who come out with me in person, we're going to do like scene videos with voiceovers next weekend. Well, this weekend because it's coming up. Stuff that I can't do with you guys virtually because it's just easier to do it in person. But you don't have to create your random B-roll. You could actually have the AI create the videos, or rather, let's step it. Build the graphics, then turn the graphics into little videos, then pool the little videos together to make longer videos that you put voiceovers and text on top of, and then now you're doing a thing, okay? So that's something that I want to be able to share with you. Now, doing the video in Gemini is one thing. Let me show you another example, but quick power pause. Okay, y'all, let me just check the chat real quick. You did that in Gemini? Yes. This is Gemini that I'm in right now. So first step was uploading the video, having it uploading the photo that I created in ChatGPT, having it turn that into a quick video, and then saying, hey, I like that video, but actually I want us to be saying hi. Can we make that adjustment? And having it do that as well. Okay? Now, this is Gemini. Let's go into Canva. Did the same thing in Canva, but different results because every platform is going to give you something slightly different. When we get together this weekend, I will show you at least 3 or 4 different platforms, but because I have like a bunch of stuff to do with you guys today, I'm not going to go through all of them. Let's go through Canva, and I'm just giving you 2 today, Gemini and Canva. Why? Because y'all use Gemini and you use Canva, right? So here's one that Canva did. Same picture, right? Each one is going to do something slightly different. So I did 2 versions with this image, right? I'm going to add a blank page so I can literally show you what this looks like in Canva. Then I'm going to go to Uploads. I'm going to find that image, put that image right in there, okay? Then I'm going to click the Edit option and click this, Image to Video. It's just that simple. And then hit Generate. And it'll take a few seconds, more than 5 seconds, to create a 5-second video, but it will create it. How many of you are going to try that like right now? Go to Canva, put an image in there, and then have it turn that image into a video. Try it. I like it. This, by the way, is I created a TikTok design. So when you go to create, you can do a custom design, or you can, so here's another one. So it's kind of zoomed in on me and friends. That was cute. Add to video. So now I have like 3 different versions that it created for me. Okay? Different versions, different angles. Gemini is better, I think, at me telling it, like just kind of randomly generating something based on the image. Canva does an okay job at that. Could be better, but listen, you got Canva. Something is better than nothing, right? Here's a picture of me and Kim, and it turned that into an animated video. I didn't animate that one. I thought I did. Some of these I guess I didn't animate. I thought I animated that one. Edit, image to video, generate. I'll see what it does. I could have sworn I animated that one. But I think Gemini is a little bit – there are other platforms that are probably even better than Gemini. There's a few other ones that I'm going to show you guys this weekend when we do the in-person here in North Carolina. But remember, one of the things I said to you is that once you start strategically creating the right kind of content, then you can go deeper and create multiple asset pieces, right? Oh, I like that one. There was one that I know I had a video for this. I don't know what happened to it, but there you go. Then you can start creating more video content, and you don't have to worry about recording B-roll. I don't like the way I look right now. I need my house to look a different way. Listen, you can find a way or find an excuse, but you cannot do both, number one. And number two, you don't have to make excuses because there are platforms out there for you, and I've created enough prompts to help you build based on the content you are creating foundationally. Okay? So y'all getting the secret sauce because other folks don't know. AI is evolving so quickly, and there's so many things that are literally at your fingertips, but you don't know what you don't know, right? So there you go. Let's go back to building out amazing. There are different prompts in here to create different types of images, videos, etc. The 2 in particular that I'm leaning into just starting the build conversation with you for today around are the brand portrait one. That's the one I use to give it reference photos of myself to create the brand portrait. Then when it comes to creating graphics like infographics or images with text on the screen, I lean into the illustrations prompt. Then you can even do the branded product shot, where you can turn a photo of yourself plus your book, your app, your content into a visual, okay? So there are different visual prompts in here for you to build with, okay? Now, the next thing that I am going to do is pause and share another prompt with you. Like I said, if you're just starting the process of going into the Ideas to Income project, you got to start with the first 3 to 5 prompts. At the very least, the personalized path plan, and then locking in what your one big idea is. Those first 2, they're essential so that then you can continue putting the other prompts in if you want to do a video, if you want to create a graphic, if you want to work on articles, if you want to work on social media posts, and then it can help you build from there, okay? So what I'm going to do is do one more prompt with you. Yep, listening.
All right, hey, LaShonda, real quick. So just to be clear, the Ideas to Income project versus the bundle, I wouldn't be able to get the illustration prompts, correct? If I was to select the Ideas to Income project. Is that correct?
Okay, I got you. Because there are 2 options. The illustrations prompt is inside of Ideas to Income. It's in there.
Okay.
Let me do something. All right, that's a great question. So when you come to sistersense.com/big, you can see the first replay, number 1. You can see what we build, number 2. And there are 2 options for you. The Ideas to Income project, all the prompts that I'm showing you are inside that project if you just want to get that one. The other one is the Build Your Best Business bundle. Now, that's going to give you, at the very least, 90 minutes of time to talk to me directly about Ideas to Income, getting your stuff together, asking questions, getting answers. Also, it's going to give you several other solutions. The Brand You, which is a collection of prompts that help you build pages, products, promotions, in addition to what you get inside of Ideas to Income. It's also going to give you access to my easy ebook app builder, as well as my Entrepreneur Next Door guide, where I'm breaking down the things that I've done and other people do to consistently generate revenue online. So getting access to several of my publications on monetization and content creation, as well as the newest Brand You and Build resources. That's the bigger bundle, but that includes Ideas to Income, right? So if you just want the prompts for Ideas to Income and that training, that's one versus the other. Great question. If you have any others, feel free to check in. Let me know.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm going to slide this over again. Just pop that back a little bigger. And then head back on over to the prompts. So I'm going to pull another prompt for you that we can work on. Okay, so I went to the Sell It drop-down menu. So Sell It prompts help you strategically create sellable content, right? So there's one in particular, the Big Idea to Ebook, okay? So I'm going to put that right into this conversation. Okay, so I'm going to say, that's great. I'm done with this prompt. Let's keep these and snapshot and this session. So each of these prompts, right, you can use them separately, but the sweet sauce is using them together. So in one conversation, you start with your personalized past prompts, and then you continue adding in any other content prompts that you want, right? So in the same conversation that I built those graphics, now I'm going to say I want to work on an ebook project, okay? Now I'm going to put the prompts in here, and it's going to not start from the very beginning. It's going to say, hey, welcome back. I'm assuming that we're working on your idea, which is the One Big Idea collection. Yes? Yes. I'm just going to keep going. Now, you can start from the very beginning in a fresh conversation. I'm using ChatGPT. You can use Claude, Gemini, your AI platform of choice, right? So it says, all right, ebook. Who is this ebook for? Who they are, what stage they're in, what they are trying to build right now. Women entrepreneurs trying to finally package their expertise, creators with too many ideas, service providers who want to turn content into recurring income. Who is this for? I wanted to say I don't know, and you could give me suggestions, but you already gave me some, LOL. You know what? I would love to write an ebook for people who are tired of hearing create more content. Because, number one, the idea of creating content is overwhelming, and my goal is to create not underwhelming, but practical, time-friendly ways to create content with your AI, right? And number two, people hear the term all the time, you got to create content, you got to create content, you got to create content, but how do you turn that content into cash flow? And what kind of content can be turned into cash flow? And how, the what, the all the things. So I'm thinking of the idea of people who they have heard you need to create more content to exhaustion, but they don't get it. They know it's something that they need to do, but they're just levels they don't get. Does that make sense? So what happens is, again, there's so many different types of assets you can create, right? With each of these, logistically, you can build and or brainstorm content. So it says, yes, what I'm hearing is this ebook is for entrepreneurs who are exhausted by generic posts, more content advice. Next question, what transformation will they walk away with after reading this book? Okay, two questions. First question is, what transformation do you think they should walk away with? LOL. And second question is, you fundamentally have been writing with me to create this whole framework. Outside of this ebook, which I'm going to focus on, I'm just curious what other ebooks, maybe 3 suggestions you might give me just based on the concept and what I've been building with you as far as this big idea project. So I wanted to do that for 2 reasons. Number one, a lot of times we're trained to follow instructions, and you see 1, 2, or 3, and you feel like you have to give it an answer. Sometimes you could ask it, well, what do you think my best answer or my best direction should be, right? And not just simply feel like you always have to tell it what to do. It can recommend things to you, right? And on the topic of recommendations, it's a situation where you can say, hey, we've been sitting here for X amount of time. We've come up with this great idea. What do you think, and what kind of ebook should I create? You don't have to come up with the magic thing. It can see things in your content that maybe you don't see. So it says, yes, honestly, I think your strongest transformation is not learn how to create content, but learn how to turn one idea into a content ecosystem. So by the end of this ebook, I think readers should walk away feeling clearer, less pressured, more strategic. Sounds good. Now, your second question. The strongest one, turn one big idea into one big collection. That's the strongest ebook idea. The emotionally strongest, stop creating random content, right? Woo. I like that second one because it's emotional, right? Before you create another piece of content, let me show you how I create the kind of content that helps me pay my mortgage from my porch. LOL. Stop, like a big stop. Stop before you create one more piece of content you put online that does absolutely nothing for you, brings you in absolutely no revenue. Let's do this. So, okay, these are good. I was just curious. Let's lock it in. I'll keep these ideas in my back pocket for next time. Let's keep moving with this ebook project. So like I said, brainstorm, build, follow the path. You don't have to ask it questions. It's going to ask you questions. That's why I call it CC. It's a clarity coach. It helps you get clear, okay? You just strategically follow the prompts. The emotional stop angle is very strong. All right, next question. What is the one big idea or framework this ebook is built around? Right now, I see a few possible directions. Okay, so let me tell you this. In the interest of time, I'm going to go and say I defer to you because you know what I want to write for this ebook. I'm going to have you pick all of these, okay? And then we're just going to rock through these questions. Whatever you think is the best recommendation for every possible question you're going to ask me next, I'm going to rock with your suggestion. I don't need y'all on here all day, every day until like 10 o'clock tonight. So, quick builds. Why? Because your framework is already clear. Keep? Yes, keep. Perfect, locked in. Before I draft the full ebook, here is the recommendation. Stop creating random content. How to turn one big idea into connected content, digital products. Okay, so here's the deal. This sounds like the second book. The book that I wanted was more so the one that was like, you know, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, this is what it really means. You need more content. Like, I'm going to break it down in a way that you can actually understand what that means. Because like I said, people hear it all the time, but they don't understand it. I don't know if this title that you're giving me is more so that or more so the stop creating random stuff. It's more so people that know that they should be creating content. They just don't understand what that means, why, and how it's actually going to help them. So I don't know if we drifted and blurred the two, but I want to lean back into the original thing I said I wanted to do. Y'all, my notes. I need some Zyrtec like right now. Yes, and I think you just clarified the real book. All right. Strongest. What people really mean when they say create content before you create another content. Okay, so what they really mean when they say you need to create more content or you need to create content consistently. That's freaking long. Some version of that makes sense. Or what it really means, or what, I don't know, what it really means, what they really mean. Getting to the heart of it. Like, you know, but you really don't know. So it's going to help me outline this. Now, why did I choose this particular prompt? Because, like, we did so many different style prompts, social media content, videos, Pinterest graphics, stories. The idea here is that we did a challenge, we did a checklist, lead magnet. The idea here is that you could even do things like an ebook, things that you want to monetize and sell once you get your idea and your framework down. What they really mean when they say create content, how to turn your ideas into visible trust, digital products, and cash flow. I'm not in love with it, but I'm going to go with option one in the interest of time. All right, simple, detailed. So I'm only going to do this build, then I'm going to wrap it up for today, okay? Because number one, I wanted to continue to really break down what this whole concept of ideas to income means by sharing with you my 30K revenue roadmap. That was goal number one. Goal number two was to show you how you can use the AI to create really personable images, branded images, whether you're in it or not, and then turn those images into video. And I know video editing is one of those pains that feels truly painful to entrepreneurs who are not videographers or content creators by nature, but using platforms like Canva, ChatGPT, and Gemini 2, you can turn your own personally branded images into videos that can work with you actually faster than you probably even realized. Number three, for me, showing you how you can monetize the big idea by creating something like an ebook, and then last but not least, pulling it all together so that within the time that we have together, I could at the very least show you some of the projects and prompts inside of Ideas to Income, so you have a sense of what's possible for you and actually what I'm doing real time to use these things in a practical way, okay? Because nothing that I ever get done with you guys is wasted. Literally, when we did email sequences yesterday, I sent out that email. When I created the graphic, I posted the graphic that you see all over these internet streets, because real time, I'm not doing what a lot of people on social media are doing. Most of the people that you see are giving you half-ass prompts to create random things for fun, when what you really need are things that help you generate funds, right? And so using these things really practically, that's my goal. All right, so we're building the real flagship style ecosystem book. Now, instead of a quick PDF, let's set up question before I draft. What do you want the CTA at the end of the book to be? Unlock Ideas to Income, the complete system, so you can start turning one big idea into 30-plus assets. Yeah, let's do something like that. And then I can give it the success.com/make. Then it's going to outline this bad boy for me, and that is where I will stop with you. Now we've officially moved into the full book draft build now. Keep? Yes. Keep. This was split because the build is long. Okay, you paste this into your AI tool. Create a photorealistic editorial style ebook cover for a modern, this is cover image. Ooh, cover image. Continue to message 2 or 4. Okay. I'm reading this real fast. Okay, I'm reading this real fast. What did you just give me? You gave me a whole lot of stuff. And then you said continue message. What did you just give me? What are we doing next? Now, I did that for many reasons. I built these prompts, right? However, sometimes you may be in this prompt and go, wait, I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. What are we doing? What just happened? What am I supposed to do now? Ask it. You're good. Let me clarify, because you switched from brainstorming into actually building. What I just gave you was the finalized book, cover concept, author bio, table of contents, basically the foundation, okay? Phase 4 is deliver the ebook draft. So right now we are officially in phase 4. Here's what's done. Here's what's next. Actual chapter drafts, closing the CTA, web app build. Okay, good. Ready to move into what's next. And so, like I said, these prompts are very meaty. If you like it, great. But if you get stuck at any point, just say, hey, can you pause? What are we doing? What's going on? What am I supposed to do with you now? Right? I think yesterday, LaVon was working on a prompt, and she was like, wait, what am I supposed to do? And I was like, oh, you do this. Tell me what it says. You do this. But you can also just ask the AI, I'm confused. What am I supposed to do right now? What are we doing? Or, I'm curious what happens next. And it'll tell you. So it's breaking up the chapters for me. Continue. Now, I just want to let it finish doing its thing and giving me all the chapter-by-chapter breakdowns. And then I'm curious about the cover graphic. I want to see that cover graphic built. So I'm going to give it the very prompt that it gave me and see how it builds the cover graphic. So here's the build prompt. now that it's given me the chapter outline. And then it says the simple ebook app prompt that I can give to my AI to build it. So once I give it that, I would then give it all the little micro messages to build out my app. Okay, great. Can I ask you to turn the image prompt into an image? I want to see what it could look like. My nose, y'all, it's itching. My allergies are killing me. We're just at top of the hour, which is great because I can do this image. Hopefully I like it. Then I don't get so infused into it that I want to do like 55 edits. I'll do that off camera, though, if I do want to do some edits. But like I said, I did want to go through some build prompts with you, go over the 30K revenue roadmap with you, and then we would probably do some more of these ideas to income sessions in the future. I want that person to be me. She's pretty, though. What they really mean when they say create content, how to turn your ideas into visible. This is so cute. What do you guys think? Now, it doesn't have to be me. I can make her an avatar. This is so cute. I like it. So I told y'all I wasn't going to do nothing else, right? But I want me in the picture, okay? I love this. Can we put me in the photo? Meaning replace her face with my face, but don't change anything else. I want the same clothes, same everything, just different face. Let me find one of my photos. Let's go to I like it. It's cute. So if you see me make this ebook and send it out this week, don't be surprised. I saw y'all pop into the chat. I'm just curious. Nice. Like it. Good. Thank you. I like it too. If I don't like the version with me in it as much as the original, I'll just keep it at the original. Because, you know, sometimes you put your face in things and it just looks like they slapped your face on something. And it doesn't, like, flow. My face might not flow in this. We'll see. I'm anxiously waiting. It's coming. This is the fun part for me. This is the fun part. See, it doesn't look right. It just looked like it slapped my face on. I'm going to tell it that, too. Okay, obviously you need to recreate this and change the proportions because it literally just looks like you stuck my face onto her body, and that's not what I wanted at all. So I want to keep this, but I need it to look natural. I need my face and the body and the proportions to be right because this looks funny. Can it get it right? I just knew. Because it literally is the same image, and then somehow it transposed my face. But my head looks so big, and it just looks off. Has the potential to be cute. Really does. Now, we are just at the hour, y'all, so if you are in a place where you're like, girl, I got to go. I love you for free. If you're just going to hang out with me as I see what this thing builds and then wrap up, that's awesome too, because I'm basically going to be done within the next couple of minutes. Okay. better. It's not the same thing, but it is better. It changed a lot. It changed the shirt, changed the angle of my hands. My head still looks slightly big. I might use it as a reference photo and say, do it again. Or, out of the gate, this one just works. It's clean. I want my photo in there, but, out of the gates this one works. This one definitely looks weird. And this one is better, but I still feel like my head. I have a big head, so there is that. But it's got potential. Alrighty, y'all. Let's go back to Canva and wrap this puppy up. Put it to bed. First of all, thank you so much, whether you are watching me live and or on the replay side. My goal today was to talk you through things that you can do to work on creating your own revenue roadmap by breaking down my 30K revenue sources when it comes to recent and recurring revenue so that you can work on creating your own revenue rhythm too. Today was actually a really nice follow-up to the 2-day Ideas to Income Build-a-thon. So like I said, if you don't have access to that and you want to dive into those trainings but get all those prompts to kind of help you work through creating your own content and assets, I highly recommend you mosey on over to sistersense.com/big so that you can get all the details. Now, if you need anything else, as you know, to help you grow, I've been doing this for 20-plus years. I ain't going nowhere. You can always email me, sistersense@gmail.com, or LaShonda@sistersense.com. You can definitely go over to the main sistersense.com websites to review all the goodies there, and or check me out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the things, if you would like to get a dose of daily direction from me. Otherwise, beyond email, you can see that pretty much all of my websites have that gray button at the right of those websites so that you can send me a voice message. Love, love, love when I get to hear your voice, but I even love even more when I get to see your face. So, yes, thank you so much for those of you who will be joining me this weekend for my next in-person here at the beautiful Greenville Hilton in North Carolina. Whether you decide to come this weekend or my October workshop, check in with me. I'll send you all the details because, trust me, it's a vibe, okay? Virtuals are amazing, as you can tell, but when we do my in-persons, it's just a vibe. The energy is amazing. And what I always love to do is to ensure that you can come in, walk away, and move forward with strategy, clarity, intention, and, of course, yours truly. So, y'all, thank you so much for checking in with me. Go forth and do what you need to do. Anything else you need, I got you. The agenda is we are building your amazing. Now, normally what I like to do, because someone just said, hey, what are we doing this weekend? The agenda is always threefold, okay? So what does that mean? You coming with specific projects that you know, I'm sitting down with LaShonda this weekend, I want to work on ... is always on the table, right? So literally one of my clients, she said to me, okay, LaShonda, here's the app that you know I've been working on, and I want us to be able to finish this thing and wrap it up. So that's a big build project for her, number one. Number two, I always have original build projects for us to do. So I've mentioned to you, I just kind of dropped on you, that we are working on you creating content pieces, specifically video content. We always do some form of video content in person, but creating AI videos where you can use AI-generated images and voiceovers in a way that I can't teach virtually is definitely something that we are doing, number two. And then number three, I always have build projects that are a collection for you to choose from as well, especially when it comes to ladies who are in the community but don't necessarily always see what we're building. So it could be you go, okay, this weekend I want to build an ebook web app. or this weekend I want to work on creating and finishing up a starter kit, because those are already predefined projects that we are doing, so that you can either pick a project based on your personal goals that you know you want to work on directly with me this weekend, because it's an intimate space and you have the opportunity to kind of pull me aside and say, LaShonda, let's take a look at this. Let's knock it out, number one. Number two, working on specific build projects that I created to work with you directly on that weekend, like the AI-generated images and videos. And then, of course, number three, build projects that I have already established in the community that maybe you didn't have an opportunity to work on as we've been doing them over the course of several months. But now that we're together that weekend, you're like, listen, this is where I am. This is what I want to do. Let's knock out some of these build apps and projects with you. Okay? So hopefully that gives you a sense of what we do. It's always, it's a situation where I never want somebody to come out and feel like they didn't get what they wanted. So if you directly wanted to talk to me about something, we can do that, versus if you were just excited about building the things that I encourage you to work on right now. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you. Always great questions when I hang out with you guys. Any other questions, send them to me via email, voice message, and as always, I will do my best to point you in the right direction. Till next time, take care. Mwah.